Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about Valorant Patch Notes 8.05, and the main thing about this patch is the new controller agent of Clove. Obviously we'll be going to the practice range to test out Clove and all that snazzy stuff. So let's just get right into the patch notes, and there's not a lot, I'll be honest, from this update really. So obviously the big one is Clove. The abilities includes Ruse, which is their E, Metal, which is their Q, Pick Me Up, which is their C, and Not Dead Yet is their X, or their ultimate I should say. And obviously Clove is a controller agent, possibly going to be replacing Omen for a bit, but not really too sure how that's going to go. Anyway, so Premiere updates first. They've added a cooldown period between phone number verification attempts. If you run into any issues verifying your phone number, you can reach out to player support. So it's just a quality of life change, and it's just, I guess, makes it a bit easier just to put in your phone number for an account, and it might also reduce some other stuff as well. So that is a Premiere update only. Social update as well. They've also added voice indicators, so they've basically above the agent's heads, you will now be able to basically see of who can hear and who can't. The voice icon will now also show when a teammate is muted or disconnected from voice, and which also basically just differentiates when a player member is speaking in party voice. The icon for team voice activity is unchanged. Bug fixes agent fix an issue where the cover walls in ISO's kill contract will not appear when playing with an unstable network connection. Gameplay systems. Multi-speaker surround sound formats such as 5.17.1 are now fully supported. The stereo mix is not affected. And 2 bug fixes for Premiere. Team creation deadline references have been removed from the schedule. There are still some references to the team creation deadline that are no longer valid. And the Q button now shows the correct error message when a player has reached their weekly match limits. So let's now get on Valorant, and we'll have a look at Clove. So now we're on Valorant, and this is the new home screen basically, which is Clove once again. Now I don't think the battle pass has been changed, or it hasn't, so it's still exactly the same. I don't think this has actually ever happened before, because normally I think an agent will come out for the new episode or a new act. This time it's the same episode act as previous, so that's pretty interesting there. But we'll first have a look at the agents over here, just to read more about the Clove, if I can even try to find. There we go. So Clove, obviously, the new agent, Scottish troublemaker. Clove makes mischief for enemies in both the heat of combat and the cold of death. The young immortal keeps foes guessing, even beyond the grave. They return to living only ever a moment away. So first off with the C, the Pick Me Up activate to absorb the life force of a fallen enemy that Clove damaged or killed, gaining haste or temporary health. Middle, which is their Q, equip a fragment of immortality essence. Fire to throw the fragment, which erupts after a short delay and temporarily decays all targets caught inside. The main ability, which is the E, which is Ruse. Equip a view of the battlefield. Fire to set the locations where Clove's clouds will settle. Alt fire to confirm launching clouds that block vision in the chosen areas. Clove can use this ability after death. That is kind of the main thing about Clove, is that you can use some of these abilities when you die. And finally, their ult, which is Not Dead Yet. After dying, activate to resurrect. Once resurrected, Clove must earn a kill or a damaging assist within a set time, or they will die. Reactivate to cancel early. So let's now go to the practice range and test out Clove. Okay, so here we are with Clove. And I guess we'll first start with the C, so let me just practice. Let me just click that. Couple shoots, couple killing. Let's press on the C ability, which is basically absorb a life force of fallen enemy. And I don't think you can do this. Yeah, so the bots are a bit difficult, so we'll just ignore that. The Q, which is basically a temporarily decay. So let's try that out. That's what it looks like. Okay, that's a pretty decent radius. Let me see. Okay. I don't... Okay, so I think you have to be inside of it. You can't, like, maybe get splash damage? Let me see. Let's try to have a look. Yeah, okay, so it's actually not that big of a radius. It's maybe, like, the same... It's smaller than the smokes. I say it's maybe the same... It's kind of the same radius as maybe KO's Molly? I'm not too sure. But isn't... I feel like that's actually alright. Because you need to be very precise on this, so... Okay, so that's interesting. And then E, which is the smoke, basically, so... Ooh, so this really reminds me of, like... Omen, mainly, like, Astra. So, let's just put a smoke here. I'm not really too sure if it's gonna be above or where the bots are, so let's try it out. And we'll just try it. Okay. Okay, so you can shoot through it. Okay, yeah, that's just a regular smoke, and you can use this smoke as well after you die, so that's not too bad. You can only do 2, I'm guessing, so 2 smokes each and smoke. Okay, it's maybe like a 2-second cooldown until it actually activates, so it's actually not too bad. It's kind of where most smokes are, so that's not too bad. And finally the X, which I'm not really too sure if I can use, but let's give it a try.
I can't use that.
Now I need to actually die. Okay, I'm not really... Let me just figure this out how to do this. Hang on. Well, there we go. Alright, and then let's run over here. Alright, so that's one way. You just fall off the map. Stop that. Get a kill or damage to assist to survive. And I'm dead. And I press X again. So it's like temporarily you don't actually get to shoot. You just fly about like a ghost. That's actually not too bad. And then I just will press X from now on. And there we go. Cool. That's actually pretty good. The ult is very OP in my opinion. I think Clove would be very useful. You can maybe use like the Clove as like a Sage maybe, or a Phoenix. Probably a Phoenix just to get the info, especially when you're dead. So that'll be pretty good. The C ability I'm not really too sure about, considering that, I mean, I haven't tested it out. You can't really test it in a practice range, so there's no way of doing that. The medal is alright. I don't really think it's... I think that maybe Clove's is maybe worst ability. If we're talking about between medal and pick me up. And the smoke as well, but... It's very just mid-pack ability in my opinion. It's alright. Like, I think it might be the same, if not maybe a bit smaller than KO's Molly, but I might be wrong about that. But yeah, the smoke is pretty good. I mean, having 2 smokes is kind of like a bit of a letdown, but I mean, to be fair, like Astra is like, you can basically 2 smokes pretty sure for Astra. Brim I think can do 3 smokes, so it's on par with the other smoke characters, which is good. And it kind of feels almost like similar, like similar kind of. But I think Clove will be pretty good on some maps, especially. I highly doubt Clove will actually be a must pick in my opinion, but I might be wrong. Obviously, I'm just a bit worried about the ult. The ult seems pretty OP. So, but I don't really know what nerfs they could do to that ult. I think the smoke is pretty good. Considering as well that you can also use it when you're dead, which is pretty OP. I don't know about the seal, obviously, and the medal is just kind of just alright. It's just a mid-pack ability, but we'll see how pros use Clove if they want to use Clove. Obviously, we saw a bit of a taste of the Clove in the in Masters Madrid, Team International versus Team Spain. So it's a kind of it's a bit of a sneak peek of how you could use Clove in comps, but I would be very interested to see how professional teams use Clove when Clove is available for tournaments. So now, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help me, especially on this channel. But just like I keep saying, Clove is a very good character, in my opinion. I think definitely A tier, in my opinion. But I kind of just want to see how players and teams use Clove, I'll be honest, in comps. And then we'll really see if Clove is actually meta or not. So that's really better for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.